Hello, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we are here with Robin Shimizu and friends for Happy Healthy Habits with Robin Shimizu. We are so excited. Robin, you always have such great nuggets for us during your shows and we are ready. I have my pen. Let me turn the sound down on my iPad so I don't interrupt you. But tell us a little bit about what we're going to be doing today.
Today we have Lynnis Woods Mullins as our guest, and she'll be with us in a few minutes. I'll introduce Lynnis as it gets closer to her joining us. But
Okay.
I wanted to give us a happy, healthy habit today.
Oh, great.
So I looked up on the internet. I just started Googling last night, and I came up with this a little article that says 7 things that rich, successful people do before they go to bed. What you
Mhm.
can do too. These are
Okay.
super
Sounds like a
simple
winner
things
so that I can be rich and successful.
because 2022 is coming, and we need to
Mhm.
start getting our habits kind of like jump started for the
Yes.
new year. Things are kind of winding down, and we're going to go into the holidays. And so I decided I'm going to start taking care of my bedtime stuff because that's my weakest part of my
Mm,
daily routine is making
really?
myself go to bed. Yeah, I just can't stop. So these are 7 things that rich, successful people do, and that's going to be us in 2022 because that's when I'm going to start settling down and working. Okay. So the first thing they do is they stretch and they exercise lightly. So maybe some light stretching, just getting relaxed, getting wind down, just stretch and exercise very lightly.
Mm-hmm.
Take a bath. So
Mm, I
decompress.
love that.
Yeah. I'm a bather. I like taking baths. They sit and they read a book. So it to me, all of these things are kind of like quieting time, things to sort of quiet down your day and get yourself ready to go to bed. They meditate. So
Mm.
meditation is another way of ending your day in a very positive, good way. And they plan for the next day. And I'm finding myself doing that now too, which is looking at my calendar, looking at what's for the next day, making mental notes of what I need to do. So then it's all done for you before while you're sleeping. And then when you wake up, you remember, oh yeah, I need to do that. So anyway, you know what your day is the night before. And then creating a cozy sleep environment. Now, Oprah, I don't know if people
Mm-hmm.
like Oprah or not, but I remember Oprah watching her one day and she said, you need to make your bedroom your sanctuary. You need to make your bedroom a place where you want to go and stay and just hang out. And so creating a safe, cozy sleep environment is really important. So that's what I'm doing in my new bedroom
Wow.
is trying to create this space. And so the other day I spent, oh, I don't know, a couple of hours just rearranging my drawers so that it made more sense. Pants here go with these long sleeve tops, that kind of thing. So I'm just
Yes.
trying to just really create this environment where I know where things are. I'm putting things away. I'm making my bed every day, that kind of thing.
Everything has a home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that what the declutter lady says?
Mm-hmm.
That everything should have its place and mom used to say that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everything has its place and everything in its place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just because it creates this environment where you're not looking for things and frantically and getting irritated because you can't find it. And then the
Hmm.
last thing they do is literally just unplug. So unplug your computer, unplug your phone, unplug everything. And what I did is I actually plugged something in just before I got onto the show. I plugged in a timer for my lamp right here on my desk to go off every day at 11 p.m. So when that light goes, this is my new trick. I'm going to try it. I'm going to turn my timer on so that this lamp, which is the only lamp I have on in my bedroom at night, it's going to go off at 11, which means I then am going to have to turn off at 11. So I'm hoping that this little trick will help me start getting better about going to bed earlier, because I sometimes don't go to bed till 1:30 in the morning because I'm caught up in whatever.
Oh my goodness. And is that intentional or is it, I mean, if you're caught up in something that you're really involved in. Good morning, Celia. How you doing? Um, that's
No, it's just me not wanting to unplug and stop doing what I'm doing and go to sleep. It's just I don't value my sleep enough.
okay.
Mhm.
So you're going to change your schedule.
Mhm.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's that's
Yep.
a beautiful thing. So Cecilia, our number one fan, is here. I see that we have Lynnis in the studio. So if you'd like to introduce her, we
Okay.
would really be excited to meet her. But in the meantime, I just want to say those things should really help us to reboot for 2022
Mhm.
because sleep is important.
Yeah.
It's and the whole wind down routine also helps to get us prepared for the next day.
Mhm. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So today we have Lynnis Woods Mullins with us. She is a coach extraordinaire. She helps us our spiritually, she helps us emotionally, she helps us physically, she helps us nutritionally, she helps us in every which way as a whole person. As you know, so she looks at us as a whole being and can help us in all those different areas. She's my coach. Um, with that, I'd like to introduce Lynnis, who has been with us. I looked it up, Lynnis, and I think your first show with us was in January 2018. So that was a long time ago.
Amazing. Wow. Okay, then you can give me grace for being a little bit late this morning.
Absolutely.
you're
I'm
fine.
so sorry. Quite frankly, I was doing too much basically, and my computer was like, okay, that's it. I'm cutting you off.
You
It
gotta
will
start
do that.
I had like one Zoom call after another, and and then I had a Clubhouse, and then I had a Facebook Live, and then you guys, and the computer, and I've been running Clubhouse on my computer lately, and the computer was like, okay, no, that's it. You cannot do this. I was like, please, please. So then I tried to use my phone, and the phone was like, I'm not supporting you in this craziness. So I just had to stop for a minute
Woosah.
and say a prayer. And then all of a sudden things started clicking. But yeah, my
Mhm.
technology was like, heck no, don't you do this anymore. So I apologize.
Well, we are so glad that your technology made you take a deep breath. We're going to put you here and
Thank you. Yeah, I have some things to share with you about releasing weight from a prescription to release weight when it comes to some holistic things you should be thinking about. And it sounds like you already talked about one thing, which was sleep,
mm,
which is extremely important for losing weight. And I don't think we talk enough about that. And I really like to
Mhm.
say releasing weight more so than
mm,
losing weight, because, and the reason why sleep is important is that it allows your body to shut all the way down so that your digestive process can really function to optimum. Many times we do not give ourselves enough sleep. And for midlife women in particular, our goal really should be, 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Six is on the minimum side. And we can talk about sleep at another time. I think you may have had other people that have come on and talked about sleep, but sleep in particular is important. If you have difficulties getting to sleep, especially when you're a midlife woman, because it's hormonal, please message me and we can set up a consult to talk about what we can do. And it's free, what we can do to help you get a better night's sleep. But another thing that we want to think about when it comes to releasing weight, is to make sure that we don't set ourselves up by allowing all these other foods in our house that maybe everybody else might eat. And we're thinking that we can survive that too. But a lot of times, from a psychological perspective, it's just really tough to create a new habit when you've got, Pringles staring you in the face. So, therefore, you want to begin to stock up on healthy foods and snacks and switch those out. Now, if people in your household are adamant that they must have the Pringles, then you need to set yourself up a separate cabinet just for you, your go-to cabinet, where you have your healthy foods and snacks. Yeah, rather than mixing it in with everybody else's, because you're still looking at those Pringles or those Lay's potato chips, and you're still like, ah. Because I know for me, I really do try to eat healthy all the time. My husband's kind of on a different cycle. I mean, he will eat healthy. That is a goal of his, but every once in a while, some stuff sneaks in there. And of course, if it sneaks in there and it's open, I'll like, take one. And of course, no one can eat just one. So, yeah, I'm just saying. So, setting up your own shelf, your own little part of the world, and it's away from the other stuff is a good thing for you to do. And same thing with the refrigerator is all. You can have a box in the refrigerator that is waterproof or doesn't get all weird as a result being in the refrigerator. In there is where your sliced fruits are and veggies and your special dip and your yogurt and all of your healthy snacks are all in that little I want to say Pyrex. That's Pyrex is not what I'm thinking about, but Tupperware box. It's all right there. And that way you can just grab it real quick and not kind of like peruse to see what's there. And all of a sudden your eyes are landing on, pie. No. Okay. So that would be one thing you want to do. Another thing you want to do from a holistic perspective is definitely make sure you're drinking your water. Now, here's the motivation for this. If you're drinking just 17 ounces of water, it can increase the calories you burn by 24 to 30% for an hour afterwards. So if you want to really increase your burning of calories, drink water, at least 17 ounces every hour on the hour. If you're doing that, you're probably, I don't know if you're coming close to half your body weight, but you're drinking a lot of water. And I try to drink, that 16-ounce plastic bottle size of water every hour on the hour. I don't always make it, but I think it's important that you put it on your goal list, make it actually a part of your daily routine. It's a habit, whether you're trying to release weight or not. Another thing you want to take a look at, for those of you who drink coffee, I've said this before, coffee is not necessarily a bad thing. What's bad is what you might be putting in it. So therefore, if you can drink black coffee, it can be a healthy beverage, actually, because coffee can support weight loss by increasing energy levels at an amount that really burns a lot of calories. Also, it can increase your metabolism by about 3 to 11%. And it does also, as an added bonus, reduce your risk of developing diabetes by about 23 to 50%. And that's scientifically proven that it can help with type 2 diabetes. Now, there are things you can add to your coffee to make it more healthy. I think we've talked about this before. I drink bullet coffee, which has ginger and cinnamon in it. Ginger gives me a little extra boost of energy, and cinnamon, of course, helps balance my blood sugar levels. Now, here's something that's really cool that I'm going to pick up today. And it's been around for a long time, but I don't know everything. I just learned this myself from a room I was in on Clubhouse. And there is a supplement called Glucomannan. It's Glucomannan. Now, I actually have a client because I polled my clients to see, do any of you guys know this stuff? And two of them actually did know about it. And they've had great results. And it is a water-soluble natural dietary fiber. And it comes from the root of a plant called konjac. And it's sometimes known as elephant yam, if some of you may have heard of that. But it's very low in calories, and it takes up space in the stomach and delays the stomach emptying. And it also reduces the absorption of fat and feeds the beneficial gut bacteria. So it's good for your gut health. It's good for your digestive process, and it really does curtail your appetite because it gives you more of a full feeling. It's really exceptional in terms of its ability to absorb water, and it's believed to be what makes it so effective for weight loss. And just one capsule is all you need a day, and you will get some good results in terms of beginning to drop those unwanted pounds and inches. Another thing that I think is really holistic when it comes to weight loss is to really focus, especially for midlife women, on how many inches you're losing more so than pounds, because the pounds will fluctuate sometimes because of water gain. It just happens. And you get on the scale one minute, oh, I lost 3 pounds. You get on it the day after, it's like, oh, I gained 2 pounds. And it's just really frustrating. So if you want to be more value add in terms of your rewards and celebrating the tiny things, the incremental things, I would say go for inches. All of my women that I work with, we take a look at our success levels by inches. And I have yet, in the time that I've been doing this with women, I have yet to see someone who gained inches as we were going through the process of my program. For 3 months, the average has been probably, gosh, what would the average say? The average has been about a good 8 inches. And that 8 inches I'm talking about in, the bust, the waist, the hips, and the arms. Now, the interesting thing about inches and also weight, another reason why it seems like you might gain weight when you're working on losing weight, because most people who are working on losing weight have some kind of movement or fitness routine. So what happens is you begin to build muscle, hopefully. That muscle weighs something. And so when you get on the scale, you're like, I'm gaining weight. But if you were to take your inches, you might, have a little bit more here, but you will definitely have less in the other areas if you're doing the right kind of meal plan, if you're doing the right kind of eating. So my holistic tip for you is to definitely maybe take a look at your progress through inches and not necessarily weight. Another thing that's very holistic in terms of approaching the whole mindset and everything else when it comes to weight release is doing meal plans. Meal plans actually have you thinking about what you're eating and planning it out. It can also save you money, actually, because you have it all planned out. And this is what I work with my women on. I do their meal plans, I do their shopping list, and I also help them count their fiber, because that's another thing you want to take a look at from a holistic standpoint when doing your meal plans and when reducing those inches or releasing weight, is increasing your fiber. And you're increasing your fiber if you're kind of tracking your fiber grams through your meal plans. And I teach my ladies how to do this. And usually with my meal plans, it's, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, an AM and PM snack. We do set some kind of calorie goal, just, pie in the sky kind of calorie goal to take a look at, but we also set goals in terms of grams. And it's amazing how effective this is. One thing that happens, and I'll tell you a story about one of my clients. Her husband is a U.S. congressman. So she travels with him when he's, campaigning or when he's out doing stuff. And so a lot of times she has to, end up eating in a restaurant or something like that. So when she started my program, she had been on it for about 3 weeks, and then she had to start that traveling again. And she was really concerned about, okay, what is this going to be like? So when we finally got back together again, because she didn't have time to coach and stuff like that, I would talk to her on the phone, text her, whatever. So when we finally got back together, I said, okay, it's time to take inches, because it was on the schedule. And she's like, oh, Lynnis, I don't want to do this because I know I have not lost weight because I've done this, this, and this. I said, well, let's take a look. Do you know she had lost 4 inches during that whole time? The reason why is that it was on her mind subconsciously, because we did do meal planning. We did do the pantry purge, and, and I did virtual shopping with her too. So it was kind of on her mind. It was already beginning in her lifestyle. And so she did say, well, I did not eat desserts while we were traveling. I sometimes did not do the glass of wine, and I always ordered salads. I mean, she was conscious of it. And so sometimes when you're, looking at a realistic weight release program, mindset is so important. And one way you can put it on your mind is to find things in your lifestyle that you need to tweak to support your goals. And meal planning is one way to do that, because it really does put it on your mind. Another thing you might want to take a look at when it comes to effective and holistic weight release is fasting intermittently. I think intermittent fasting is a great tool for midlife women, and not just to release pounds and inches, but also to just give your digestive system a break, to help it to work more effectively. Intermittent fasting is basically an eating pattern that cycles between periods of fasting and eating. And there's all kinds of different ways to do it. Most of my clients are on some kind of intermittent fasting routine. The most common one is the 16-8 method, which is eating, stop, eat method, which means, like, for me, and I haven't really been religiously intermittent fasting. I've just been too busy to think about it, but generally speaking, I don't eat until about 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I don't eat anything else after, I think when I'm doing this after 7 o'clock in the evening. Now, in between that time when you start eating, that doesn't mean you go get pizza and Coke. You still eat healthy. You still adhere to your plan of whatever your goals are in terms of eating healthy. But what this really does is that over time you begin to eat fewer calories overall without consciously restricting the calories. And it can really lead to weight loss as well as all kinds of numerous health benefits. It can help with your gut health. And if your gut is healthy, that can help facilitate better sleep, can help to get rid of the gut, the brain fog, can also help with your focus and concentration. There's so many benefits to intermittent fasting, and there are some critics out there. It's not for everybody. There are other things you can do, but fasting intermittently is a holistic way to release and those pounds. We talked about coffee, so I don't want to forget about drinking unsweetened green tea. Green tea is a natural beverage that has all kinds of antioxidants, and many times it has been linked to the ability to burn fat. So you might want to add that to it, to your regime, is maybe having a nice cup of green tea in the morning or maybe PM, because it does have a little caffeine in it, and it can, boost. Give you a little boost and boost your burning of fat as well. Now, for me personally, I can only drink 1 cup of green tea. If I drink more than that, I have a tendency to get a little nauseated. So what I do is sometimes add matcha, I'm sorry, which is green tea that's powdered, to my smoothies. And that gives me a good antioxidant feel and gives me a little oomph in the afternoon. So I think it's one thing that you might want to consider, though, just drinking green tea or doing matcha green tea powdered to add to your weight release regime. Of course, we all know that we're supposed to eat healthier and all that kind of stuff when we're releasing weight and we're working on, reducing those pounds and inches. But you also can help yourself by just using smaller plates. Smaller plates go such, you don't want to use those big old plates because we have a tendency to fill them up. But if we have smaller plates, you're going to automatically reduce portion sizes. And that goes a long way to helping you achieve your goals. And this is my last thing. There's so many others you can do holistically to help you support your weight loss goals. But here's my last one, and that is making sure that you eat more slowly. Take your time to eat. Eat mindfully. Be aware of what you're eating. That makes such a difference. And I'm really bad for that. Plus, it helps your digestive system as well. But I have a tendency to gobble my food. But I am doing better at not having my phone, not having the TV or even a book, and just sitting there and tasting. What happens is, especially eating a small plate or eating mindfully, you really do eat less. You really do. And your digestive system loves you for it. As you get older, it's really important that you chew your food. And, I know that's true for me because I haven't been chewing my food as much as I should be. And so it's showing up in my frequency of my bowel movements are not as frequent, or they're a little bit harder. And I know that's because I was gobbling. Sometimes you can look and see what you gobbled, but that's gross, but you know what I'm saying. So anyway, those are my tips to a prescription for a holistic approach to weight release.
I have a question.
Yes.
I love all of those tips, and I'm actually doing several of them, kind of just in general. But I get hungry, Lynnis, around, I feed my mom and I eat, kind of early, like 6:30 at the latest. We're done eating by 6:30. Then around 10, I'm hungry because I
Yeah.
am eating smaller portions. My mom is the type of person, if she's got a lot of food on her plate, it turns her off. She wants small portions because
Hmm.
that's just, it's too much food or whatever.
Hmm.
So I'm hungry like at 10. So I go and get something bad. And so
Yes. The
I,
cravings. Yes, the cravings.
yeah.
There's a couple of things. You can try drinking kombucha around that time. That will probably curb your appetite. It's also good for your gut health as well. You can try maybe increasing your calorie intake at lunchtime. Having a little bit of a larger lunch. And you can also pop some sugarless chewing gum in or drink some water. Water is always good. And put lemon in the water or put blueberries in the water. And at first, even though you think, oh, water, I don't feel like drinking water, but drink it, because sometimes that craving is an indication that you need to drink some water, that you're dehydrated.
Mhm.
And remember, I think we talked about this before. There's something that goes on with our brain as we age, where it doesn't always let us know that we actually are dehydrated. Instead, it comes up with, oh, I have a craving for this. Oh, I want to eat that. But actually, if you drink some water, it goes away. If it just won't go away, make sure you put some healthy snacks in there, like, dried fruit, nuts, little things like that. Sometimes tart cherries can take away,
Mm.
dried tart cherries can take away cravings. Just want to be careful on the teeth thing. Brush your teeth afterwards because it's kind of sweet. They're not real high in calories, but a few tart cherries is really good for gut health, but it also is good for arthritis and also good for maybe helping you go to sleep.
Mm.
A little tart
Tart,
cherry.
tart cherries.
Tart cherries, dried cherries. Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that can sometimes help relax you to go to sleep as well. But yeah, I get those cravings too. And sometimes I go to bed early because I get up so early. But I'll wake up like around 10 o'clock and I'm like, "Ugh, what do I want to eat?" So I'll grab something. Now, when I'm intermittent fasting, I'm not supposed to eat afterwards. So I drink something clear, water may be diffused with blueberries, something, or some tea, hot tea, something like that. Hot tea might be a way to go as well. That might help your appetite. If you have a little bit of, not green tea because that's caffeinated, but maybe some herbal tea like chamomile, maybe laced
Mm.
with a little bit of honey. Because it gives feel like, okay, I'm drinking more than just herb tea. It's like a little sweet. So maybe a little bit of that too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. Well,
Awesome.
Lynnis, you said something about elephant something. Could you tell us the name of that again?
Yeah, the elephant yam.
Elephant
The
ear.
name of it. Yeah, let me get the right spelling for you.
Glucomannan.
Especially, let me take a look. Yeah, glucomannan. It's Glucomannan.
Oh, N-A.
Yes, and it's considered to be a weight loss pill, but it is a natural dietary fiber, so it
Mm.
doesn't have all
Mm.
that other junk in it. Yeah, and you can get them online, but I would go to the health food store first of all and ask your favorite lady what her thoughts are and which brand might be the best. And then once you get the brand, you can always look it up on Amazon and see if it's cheaper on Amazon. But I would do a little research that way.
Yeah. I
And I
like to
want
go
to
to
share.
Sprouts.
Say
I
what?
like to go to Sprouts. I like to go to Sprouts for my supplements because they
Mm.
always have
Yes.
somebody that's pretty knowledgeable about that supplement
Yeah, they do.
section.
They do. I like that too. And I've been really impressed with the people they have there because that's not always the case in a lot of places. But yeah, they do have people that seem to have, good information and they know where their products are and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff. They won't necessarily make recommendations, but they can tell you what the popular ones have been, or maybe from a personal standpoint, they can tell you what they've used before, so all of that
Mm.
can make a big difference.
Wow. Thank you, Lynnis. This is awesome.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And also, I had something I wanted to share if I could.
Yes. Do you have something coming up?
I have several things coming up. And I guess
Well, we need your links over in the private chat so that we can put them up.
then that's what I'm going to get you right now. I'm going to give you
Mhm.
my link tree and then I'm going to tell you what to look for because the best way is link tree. Otherwise, I'll be filling up
Okay.
with links. But you can go to my, let me get the correct, I'm going to copy and paste it for you so I don't have you sharing the wrong link because that happens to me sometimes if I don't copy and paste it. Okay, here it is. I'm putting in the chat. That's my link tree, and that will take you to everything that I have going on. But in
Okay.
particular, I am sponsoring with another wonderful woman by the name of Jill Brown. She is a fitness trainer to the stars, basically. She's in Beverly Hills, and she is fantastic. She's 55 years old, and you should see her abs. It's ridiculous. But anyway, we're getting up, gathering together to do the midlife makeover transformation. It is a summit, a virtual summit that's coming up on December 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So when you
Mhm.
go to my link tree, click on the midlife makeover transformation, and that will take you to the jump page so you can go ahead and sign up for more information because we're getting our registration page together. It's going to be phenomenal. We're taking some of your favorite Clubhouse and Instagram folks that you've listened to who are experts in the field of mind, body, spirit wellness for women over 40. And we're bringing them all together off of those platforms on Zoom so you can get a chance to interact with them and to ask them questions directly. We've got about 22 people that are going to be participating over that 3-day period of time, and it's going to be phenomenal. We're covering all kinds of topics from chronic disease to relationships in midlife and everything in between. We're going to have some comedians, we're going to have some music. It's just going to be a really great time when we talk about topics that we feel that midlife women really care about and that they're thinking about as they begin to decide, okay, how am I going to do this journey? How am I going to make myself over in such a way that I'm really leveraging this wonderful opportunity to live a life of wellness and to live a life that I really have always wanted to do, but couldn't because I was so busy taking care of everybody else. So that's one of the things. And the other thing is that I'm encouraging everybody to join the Thriving Entrepreneur Group. This is a group of entrepreneurs who care about wellness. And we do talk about wellness for your body and your business. And we're going to be sponsoring a challenge. And we just decided to do this about 30 minutes ago. So the best thing to do is to click on the link in my profile, in the link tree that says the Thriving Entrepreneur, and join that group, because we'll be running it out of that group and my my Vibe Wellness Woman group. And the other announcement I have, and why you should join this group, is that both groups, the Thriving Entrepreneur and the Vibe Wellness Woman group, is that we just got to 11,000 members last night at like about 12.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, 11,000 members and growing. So you definitely want to join that group so that you can participate in the immune boosting challenge. We're going to be talking about a challenge for holiday health, for your immune system and your gut. And it's going to be fantastic. I'll be doing that with my partner, Dr. K. And we are going to be going in every day for 30 days, giving you tips on how to have a healthy gut. But if you choose to participate in the program directly, you'll be able to get a 7-day menu plan, a recipe book, and an ebook on gut health. Stay tuned for more information. The best way to get that information is to go ahead and join either one or both of those groups, because we'll be posting about it over the next few days. We'll be doing lives. We'll be doing clubhouses about it. So those are the things that are going on right now. Although I will say that I am rolling out a VIP program, and it's just for about 10 women. It's very exclusive. And basically, I will work with you on whatever wellness issue you have for 6 hours. And in that 6 hours, you will get a blueprint that is going to help you achieve that wellness goal that you have. And then I follow up with you in 2 weeks. And this is designed for very busy women, CEOs, entrepreneurs who just don't have the time, Robin, who just don't have the time to meet with their coach because they're so busy taking on the world. I'm teasing Robin. They're so busy taking on the world. So I came up with this program, which basically is called the Vibe VIP program. It's all about you, girl. And we will virtually sit on Zoom and talk and figure out what's working, what's not working, and come out with a plan for you. I'll do virtual grocery shopping with you. By the time you finish, you'll know what your plan is and how you're going to get it done. And that actually rolled out November 1st. And I can only do it with 10 clients. Now, this is a high ticket value. This is not a cheap program, but it's a very valuable program for those women who know they've got an issue and it's beginning to get in the way of their being productive on the job. I have 2 ladies that signed up so far, and they are both C-suite executives for companies, and they travel a lot, and they don't have the time or the support to do stuff. And they need to figure out, how can I eat healthy when I'm on the road? How can I exercise when I don't want to go in the gym because it's pandemic at the hotel that I'm in? Things like that. Or how can I increase my focus or my energy? Or I really need to figure out what's going on because I'm not sleeping well. That kind of stuff. Those are the different kinds of things that we talk about, and also all the holistic practices that can support you achieving those goals. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, please slide into my, this is Facebook. Please go to my messenger and send me a message, and we'll set up a time to see if you might qualify for that program. I'm really passionate about this. This is probably going to be the main program I'll be doing for next year. I think it's an excellent program. It definitely is worth the time that you spend. So those are my 3 things I have going on.
Sounds great. Sounds great. we're excited for you. And we highly recommend that you contact Lynnis if you need this service, and also that you tune into her over there in Clubhouse, as well as join her Facebook groups. You you're going to find something of value in everything that she has to offer.
Everything. If you go down my link tree, you'll see my podcast, you'll see my Linus Minutes, you'll see my YouTube. There's also some giveaways on there. 8 antioxidant rich foods that help you feel less sluggish, and 10 ways to stay emotionally well. There's just like a lot of information there. So just scale down the link tree and you'll see it all. I've been doing that more so than using the website because I have time to update the website right now. So
It's a lot. It's a lot.
I
I'm
know.
feeling you. Okay, ladies, we want to thank you so much. Is there anything else you wanted to add, Robin?
Oh, I was busy looking at the link tree. No, let me see who's on next week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Thursday the 18th already. My goodness.
It's almost
Oh,
Thanksgiving. I
my
know.
goodness. Yeah, Brenna is going to be with us next week.
Oh,
So
that's great.
yeah,
Brenna,
we
our
haven't seen
happily
her for a
green and
while.
clean lady.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well,
So,
Linus,
Linus, this was absolutely perfect timing in terms of getting people ready for 2022.
mm-hmm.
Yes, I believe we should end strong and start strong. I know I'm planning on ending strong. We still have lots of days left before the end of the year. So those of you who have certain wellness goals or whatever your goals are, and you're like, oh, I don't know if I have enough time. Yes, you do. Make it a priority. Make
Mhm.
yourself a priority and do the things you know that are going to bring you some joy and wellness during the holiday season and beyond that, going on till 2022. Yay! We keep saying that, okay, 2022 is going to be the year. We've been saying this since 2020, 2019 because it's been so crazy. But I really do believe
Mm-hmm.
that 2022,
It's
hopefully, the pandemic will be a little bit more under control, if not gone completely. And we can really feel at least that less stress and less trauma behind all of that. And, maybe
exactly
that's what I'll talk about next time is the trauma and the kinds of things you can do to recover from
how to
that.
reconnect and things of that nature. Yes, especially with the holidays coming. And now
Yes.
that, well, we don't even want to go down that road, but now with the holidays coming, yes.
I
end, of,
hear you.
end of sentence. So, with that, guys, I want to thank you again, Linus. Robin, you always have such great guests. I just thank you. And I enjoyed your tips about how to get better sleep. With that, I want to remind everybody that tomorrow we'll be talking tech and English with the Biz Chicks. We'll also be over there in the clubhouse tomorrow talking tech. So, with that, I'm reminding you to go to the front of your own line. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.